The white supremacists immediately started crank it up because they can do it. See, they do have the power. I mean, and they'll just popularize it. I mean, and they do it surreptitiously. Like they would just simply say, just crank it up. They'll say, hey, we don't have enough movies out here. We don't have enough songs out here. We don't have enough of anything. Hey, we'll just recycle some of the other stuff that we've been doing and some of it that hasn't really died out, but we'll just glorify it more. That's all. Anything destructive. Pick out about 15 things that are absolutely destructive among these people and just dump it on them. Dump it on them in the schools and everything. Popularize it. Write some songs, I mean, that says that this is what you're supposed to be doing when you're growing up. I mean, if you're ever going to grow up, this is what you be just like your uncle. It's all locked up. Follow him right into that lockup. I mean, and glorify that. Glorify the penitentiary. Make that seem glamorous. Make that seem like it's fun. Hey, I'm going to jail today. That's fun. Man, hey, that's the place to be. That's where all action is. Black culture. That's what it's become if we tell the truth. But to counteract that, I'm saying the most important thing that we can do right this minute is, and I'm going to put it in a graphic way, when you see black people coming, go the other way until you can figure out something constructive to say or do if you're going to come anywhere close to that black person. If every black person on the planet does that right this minute, the world would be a better place right on that alone. And you don't have to worry about black people milling around among white people now and starting some mess because they know how to handle us when we start mess. Now, they'll let us get away with a little bit, but 15 or 20 black people around a sea of white people, and they start some mess, you know what's going to happen. See, they know how to put us, make us act like we got some sense. And we know that. That's why we don't like to be around white people, if we tell the truth. We like to be around each other because we can get away with mess. White people are not going to allow us to get away with mess. They will let us know who's boss real quick. They'll allow a little of it. They'll kind of laugh along with it for a while, but they'll say, hey, that's enough foolishness. That's enough of this Negro foolishness. Now let's get down to white people's business. And we all know what that means. We need to stop being around each other unless we have something constructive to do or say. Stop talking to each other unless we have something constructive to do or say. Keep that distance. And we would improve instantly. I mean, overnight, the world would change. Just on that alone. Not to say anything about doing other things. It will be coming at you, but if you don't have any way to transfer it, it will die. Yes, if you ever notice a black person standing alone, that black person will be forced to start thinking constructively. It's only when the black person hooks up with other black people. You get 4 of them together. Now you got a recipe for dynamite right there. You got a recipe for failure. You got a recipe for some kind of trouble because we don't know what to do with each other. But when we are alone, we are forced. And a black person walking down by the seashore by himself, I mean, that's almost like a sin. I mean, the sound of the water and whatnot, begin to relate to nature and whatnot, begin to notice the birds and whatnot.